Welcome to psychology class. As you know, today we will begin our study of cognitive development as it relates to elementary education. It is impossible to look at cognitive development without looking at the work of two famous psychologists who proposed theories about how children learn and the development of the human brain from birth through adulthood. These two psychologists are Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky. Let's begin with Piaget. He was born in 1896 and lived until the year 1980. As a young child, Piaget showed an interest in biology. He studied mollusks and had published several articles by the age of 15. After he graduated from college, he moved from his home of Switzerland to France. By 1923, he had returned home and was married. He and his wife eventually had 3 children who were the subjects of much of his studies for several years. Piaget's contribution to the field includes his cognitive development stage theory. This states that children construct knowledge by interacting with their environment. Children use something called schemes to incorporate their new knowledge. Piaget believed children progress through stages of development, which were universal. In other words, the stages of development are the same for every child, regardless of what culture or language the child is born into. One of the most famous of Piaget's experiments demonstrated the concept of object permanence, a fundamental stage of childhood development. This is how the experiment goes. Suppose you're playing with a child and one of their favorite toys. If you then hide the toy from view, a child of less than 12 months will not understand that the toy still exists, even though they can't see it. They will lose interest and will make no attempt to look for the toy. But a child over 12 months of age has reached a stage where they can comprehend that a toy still exists even when they can't see it. A child of this age will search for their favorite toy if you hide it from view. If you are around young children, you could try this experiment for yourself. Lev Vygotsky was born in Russia, also in 1896. He was a major contributor to our understanding of the cognitive development process. Vygotsky lived during an era of great turmoil in Russia. During the summer of 1925, he made his first and only trip to another country to attend a conference in London on the education of the deaf. Unfortunately, he contracted tuberculosis and died in 1934 at the age of 38. Vygotsky is known for his socio-cultural theory of cognitive development. He agreed with Piaget that children construct knowledge, but he also believed in the importance of the social environment and learning through interacting with others. Vygotsky is most known for the zone of proximal development, or ZPD. This is difficult to explain, but I will try to keep it simple. The ZPD is the upper limit of a child's ability, just where they reach the point of being unable to accomplish some task without assistance. If a more advanced friend or a teacher assists them with the task, then they can accomplish the new task. This is important for educational settings because this is where the best learning opportunities are. If tasks are either too easy or too difficult, learning does not occur. But if a task is designed to be within the child's ZPD and they are given assistance, then they experience learning. So let's wrap up our discussion of Piaget and Vygotsky, and we'll continue further into this lecture in the next class.